Welcome back, Gundam guys and Gundam gals. Patrick Grade here from GGInfiniteNews.com. This time, bringing you a quick video to make some corrections and additions to my previous video, part 1 of the review for the Master Grade Full Armor Unicorn Gundam, the mobile suit and transformation. So thanks to all my commenters who posted comments on my video, especially to those who helped me out with getting the transformation correct, and as well as some information about the different variations between the various Master Grade releases of the Unicorn Gundam. Some of the viewers who helped me out with getting some information right were Mr. Jinrak, Mustang Man 03 GT, Ndalum 75, and Riser 188. If there's anybody else I missed who helped me with the information, I apologize. It's just a quick list that I put together. And obviously I'm bad about getting all the details right. So anyway, thanks to you guys and to everybody who commented on my videos so far. I really appreciate the feedback and of course the information, so I can become a better reviewer for you guys and present you with the proper information. So I'm going to take a quick minute to go over the transformation errors that I made and show you how to do it right, which of course makes the transformation easier in a couple places, so that's always helpful. And I'll also clarify some information errors that I made. So stand by. So one of the things I missed in the transformation for the feet is to flip down the heel. It's just on a little hinge joint there that kind of snaps down, and that helps to give it a little more height over the Unicorn version. I don't know if I mentioned it properly, but when you unclip these on either side of the legs to lower the ankle armor, you should clip them back in place to help lock those in place as well. So make sure to move these out, move it down, and push them back in place that they'll lock in place. So make sure to do that. And one thing I had a big complaint about was the cycle frame in here being real hard to hold on to get this guy positioned right. But what you're actually supposed to do is pull this out and push it down. So that locks the cycle frame in place quite a bit, and that way you can position this knee armor properly. So a big thank you to a couple of guys. I think Mustang Man and somebody else helped me out with that one. So thanks a lot for that information. And one last thing I forgot to point out as far as mold differences go, on the legs at least. This is the this is an OVA version leg here, and you can see on the outside bottom legs that this hole here is filled in. But because of the grenade packs on the full armor version, you need to have the inner frame underneath here that has a hole in it, so this is not filled in with this detail here. So when you're building the legs, make sure on the outside lower leg piece, the inner frame, that you're not using this piece that has the detail here. There's a piece with this cut out that allows for this hole to show through, and that's the attachment point for the grenade packs for the legs. So just pay attention to that when you're building it. It's not a big deal. You can swap it out if you want to after it's built. They're real easy to get to and take out without having to disassemble the whole leg. So one thing I got wrong at the end when the kit was spinning around on the base was the crotch armor here wasn't transformed in the front. I'm pretty sure I showed you during the detail about the torso armor, but to show you again, pull this down, swivel this up, and that exposes the cycle frame here on the front of the torso. It's just real easy to put back in place if you're not careful. What I did wrong was I just grip it from the front sometimes, and that just collapses real easy. So it doesn't fall in place by itself, but if you pull a pressure up here, it will go down. So that's why that was wrong. And also wanted to clarify here on the back with the hip joints, to make sure you get this right. So this is in the Unicorn mode. The panels here are flat against the hips here. So to get into destroy mode properly, carefully pull this out, and that unlocks these panels. You can see they can spin out there. So pull them out like that, and then push it back in place. And if you do that right, these are stuck in place really well. And if you do it wrong, you'll notice that when you pick up the kit, the legs will kind of flop down and hit each other. So make sure both of these are pulled out properly and locked in place to get the proper destroy mode transformation. And of course, keep his crotch out like that. And with the shoulders, I didn't transform them enough, I think, is what I did wrong. So one thing to make sure of is that this top piece is securely connected to this gray piece underneath. If it's not, it'll pull off real easy and come all the way off. So if you have to, disassemble it a little bit to get the gray piece underneath here off, and make sure it snaps into place on this top white piece. And that way, with it snapped in place properly, you can pull it up quite a bit without those two pieces separating. So to transform it, as far as I can figure out, pull this up, flip the thruster down here, and then so that way you want to have a lot of cycle frame exposed. To me it looks kind of weird because you can see all the way through it, but that is how it shows in the manual, being able to see through this little area right here. I prefer it being down a little bit myself, just so that's not exposed like that. And also from the manual it looks like this is supposed to be facing down like this, but my personal preference is to have it like that, so it's kind of flush or angled off this piece up here. So that's kind of how I like it. If that's wrong, then I'm sorry, but that's just my preferred way of showing it. So another thing that I may have gotten wrong was showing the side flaps here in the wrong place. On the Unicorn mode, they're supposed to be like this with the square design here on the front. Then on the Destroy mode, you flip them upside down with this on the front and the square design being on the back now. So this is the proper way for the head to be displayed in Unicorn mode, and this is the proper way for it to be displayed in Destroy mode. So just make sure they actually fit in place a little bit better when they're positioned right, oddly enough. So there you go. Alright, so as far as the information between the different variations, a couple of things that the OVA version has that the Verka version does not have. First of all, the OVA comes with blue beam saber blades as opposed to the pink. It also comes with a third V-fin option, one that's permanently open and it can't transform, so it stays in place better. The OVA version has 3 unicorns, one closed, one open, and one that can go in between the two versions. And the OVA version fixed the knee articulation as well as the waist articulation. I'm not sure about what was wrong with the waist, but that's what Mustang Man told me. So thank you to Mustang Man for filling me in on all the minutia between the different variations. So I apologize that I don't know everything about all the different variations, but I try to present you with as much information as I can to help you with deciding which one to buy. So again, thank you to all the commenters, and especially the ones that take the time to notice anything they may have gotten wrong. I really appreciate the attention you paid to my videos. So let me know what I do wrong, and help me get better in the future. So thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned.